Hey Star Wars fans, Young Jedi 1440 here with another diorama video. Today I'm going to be going over my Dagobah diorama, which is my favorite diorama and was probably my best one and hardest to make. Okay, so let's start with the structure. The structure of the diorama, I made a base with foam core, and then to give it a level here, took styrofoam pieces and cut them the way I wanted to make little islands. So basically if we go around the entire thing, foam core all the way around, and then my favorite material, plaster. So the entire thing is plastered actually, everything is plastered. The walls are plastered, the base is plastered, everything is plastered. So I took plaster bandages, covered the entire surface, plaster of Paris, painted over it 2 layers of plaster of Paris to give it a smooth look, and then I painted it. As for paint, I used acrylic, brown, green, and blue. The blue was for the little ponds, which actually have fake water, which is awesome. The base, the land parts, I painted this brown. And green, I used green and black actually, and mixed it and painted it around to give it a dark, swampy look around the entire diorama. This is brown mixed with green. And then I use little floral, it's like little shrubble sprinkle things that you can use on your dioramas found at the art store. And to give the fog, I actually took winter snow that I found at Michael's. It was on sale. I bought a big bag. And then to give the fog, I took a big piece and ripped off layers until it was not that thick, where you could still see the bottom of the diorama. So it makes a really cool foggy effect. As for little details, I have a log here, which is just foil that I put over a bottle, and then it came out like that, and I just folded it to make it look like a tree trunk. And then when I plastered it, I took a thick paintbrush, and I don't think you guys can see it, but it actually looks like I went in a circle, so it kind of looks like a real tree trunk with the layers. And then I painted that light on the inside, dark on the outside. This log is just foil, and then I plastered on it, and then you hide it under the fog, so it looks like it's rooting up from the ground, and it's a nice little spot for Luke to sit on. This little camp gear came with the R2-D2. I lost the rest of the camp gear. This is just rocks. I bought a bag of rocks from the dollar store, which I also used in my Endor diorama. And I took these rocks, glue-gunned them on, found a flat rock as the base, so it stands. Hide that under the fog, you can't see it. This piece is the same twigs that I used for my trees. And I made a little X and then a little twig that was thin but strong enough to hold a rock, so it's standing up. And then I put it, when you look at it from here, it looks like it's actually floating because it blends in with the tree, so I did that on purpose. And yeah, as for the trees, they are colored paper as the base, and then so you basically make a roll of colored paper, cut it into little shredded pieces, and then roll the shredded pieces together to give them the twig look. It actually comes out really good. I was worried they were gonna come out crappy or something because it was colored paper, and I was like, colored paper, how would colored paper work? But it actually worked out really well. And when you plaster it, I learned the hard way with a couple test tries that you need to plaster from the bottom up, because if not, then it'll fall over, because it is colored paper, and colored paper is not that strong. So you need to start with the twigs, and once those are dry and hard, then you can do this spot. And I plastered, I don't know if you guys can see, I think it's too dark, but there is colored paper in there. And then for the extra little branches and stuff at the dollar store, I found wreaths with twigs on them, which was really cool because they were already round, so it can arch over and look like the actual twigs. And I just cut them up into the sizes I wanted, and then glued them into little spots that I formed with my fingers on the plaster before it dried. And then I painted it. Well, I glued them with the hot glue gun, and then I painted it so it blends in, so you can't really notice that it's not growing out from the trees. So I did not make a mold and then cast it. I did a different type of tree because trees are unique, you know, they don't grow the same way. So I thought that added a good effect because it would be boring if they all looked the same. So this one's like tall, this one kind of loops over weird, and then you see those trees in the back. And then this is the big tree. I was gonna make a tree coming out of Yoda's hut, but that looked really weird because the tree, I didn't want to glue the tree onto there and mess up the hut because I really liked the way the hut came out, and I don't know if I could do it again. So I didn't want to glue a tree and coming out from it, so I just made this one. So when you look at it from this way, it kind of looks like it's coming out of there. So it was good enough for my purpose. For the hut, I took 2 small Tupperware containers. First I made sure the right size. I put Yoda inside of the Tupperware, standing in there, and he fit fine. And Luke with the same thing with the back Tupperware one. And I took wire mesh that I had, and then I put it over the Tupperware, formed it the way I wanted it, and then for the rest of it, this is also wire mesh. I just cut and rolled it, put it into the top. This little window piece is really cool. It's also wire mesh. I cut a little hole into the wire mesh and stuck that in there. These little pieces that are sticking out here, they're also wire mesh that I rolled and stuck onto the side. And then once everything is plastered, it gives a really, really cool look. I don't know if I can make this again. It's really awesome. I cut a little window in here, and then there is wire mesh in there with a little bit of foil. Let me set this down, show you guys the tea light. So the tea light does light up, and when it's dark, I can't reach a light switch right now, but when it is dark, well, you can kind of see it now, this gives the cool effect like in the movie. I didn't want to finish the inside. The inside, as you guys can see, is unfinished. I didn't want to finish the inside because there's no way of seeing it anyway, even with figures inside, so there was no point in doing that. I wanted an outside look. Oh, as I said earlier, this is awesome. The fake water, you can find it at any art store. It's really cool. So you just basically paint the pond base blue, and then you apply the fake water, and here the trees were immersed in it. So it's really cool because it looks like the water is flowing past it. I was gonna make it a little bit darker, but then I put it on and it was really awesome, so I just left it alone. And the fake water is a little bit on the pricey side. It's like $6 for a little bottle of it. And when I say little, I mean about Yoda's size. Well, this, yeah. But it's really awesome if you guys want to add that extra detail. So there are 2 ponds here, and it gives a really cool detail, and it's solid, so you can touch it. It's fine. It's like a plastic. It's really cool. Really dusty here. It does give a really cool effect. The back, the base, it's plaster and then painted over, and when you look at it from here, it gives that really swampy depth look. It's really cool. I do want to get the Dagobah training Luke to put in this diorama, have him upside down, you know, training with the rocks and everything there. But for now, I just have my best friend Luke in the scene where Luke first meets Yoda and points the gun at him. So yeah, this is my favorite diorama. It is also my biggest. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. May the force be with you.